Hello, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Welcome back to our channel. This is Nelly's TV, and today we are going to be bringing us update on the continuation of the illegal trial of Mazi NnamdiKanu in Nigeria. Recall that this trial was to hold on the 16th. That was day before yesterday, but due to certain reasons best known to the presiding judge, he adjourned the sitting to today, being the 18th of June 2025. So, in today's court sitting, some dramas ensued, which you will be interested to know. So before we continue, I would like to crave your indulgence. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try as much as possible to do so to encourage us, and also like this video and share it so that more videos will continue to come your way, and we will be encouraged to continue to inform you and get you updated on news, history, and the analysis that follow them. Let's proceed. So, like I said, today is Wednesday, the 18th of June 2025, and there was a court sitting to continue the illegal trial of Mazi Nnamdi. Recall that Mazi Nnamdi is facing trial because he challenged the evil entity, the evil estate called Nigeria, and exposed the evil plans of Fulani under the instruction of Britain, and having discovered the evil plans of Fulani, which they want to execute on the rest of the indigenous peoples of Nigeria, he decided to expose them. He exposed them using his broadcast, and at some point, when he saw that the activities of these criminals were getting very terrible, he decided to form Eastern Security Network to combat them because they started occupying people's forests and bushes, unleashing mayhem, unleashing attack on people, unaliving people, and taking their lives, abusing their women, and so forth. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided to single-handedly challenge them because the Nigerian security agents are working together with these criminals and terrorists. So he could no longer have confidence on the Nigerian security agents. So he formed the Eastern Security Network. So for the singular reason that he challenged this enterprise called Nigeria, every interested party, including Fulani and Britain, came hard on him, and he was arrested illegally in Kenya and brought to Nigeria, which is extraordinary rendition. In other words, it is abduction. So he is facing an illegal trial. So today in the court, he appeared in high spirits, and recall also that the fourth masked witness was yet to be cross-examined by the defense team, and today the cross-examination had to proceed. But the first to start with the cross-examination, or rather to continue with the cross-examination, was the prosecuting counsel, that is counsel to Nigeria government. So, but something interesting happened today. There were some USA officials that were sent to observe the trial. Okay. Oh, well, we don't really know who sent them, but these were actually white men, not Igbo US individuals, but these were US white men who came actually, perhaps from the US embassy in Nigeria, maybe. So they were right there present in the court, and that made the whole thing even more interesting, at least for the international community to begin to see for themselves firsthand what was going on in the court trial. And of course, that was to make the judge to be very careful with what he was doing, because at least this time around, international watch eyes were on him. So it was a very interesting development, I must say, from my own point of view. So both defense and prosecuting counsel introduced themselves, and the fourth masked witness was moved to the witness box. The prosecuting counsel mentioned to the court that today's matter was for the continuation of witness cross-examination. That is the cross-examination of the witness, number four. So prosecuting counsel continued the cross-examination of the fourth masked witness. Um, Remember that he did not conclude at the last court sitting, okay? So he didn't conclude asking the fourth mass witness question on the last court sitting. So that's why he had to continue today. So prosecuting counsel said, asked the fourth mass witness, was Benjamin Madubugu detained in Abuja? Remember, Benjamin Madubugu was one of the IPOB executive, that is officials, high-ranking official. He was one of them. Okay, and in the last court sitting, this mass witness said that they went to Benjamin Madubugu's house and saw the transmitter they are talking about kept in Benjamin's house. All right, so the prosecuting counsel then continued his question from there. Was Benjamin Madubugu detained in Abuja? Witness: both Benjamin Madubugu and Mazi NnamdiKanu were brought together before DSS, but Mazi NnamdiKanu accepted he was the one in the video and exonerated Benjamin Madubugu. So the presiding judge, because there was a document that the prosecuting counsel wanted to tender, so the presiding judge angrily rejected the document tendered by the prosecuting counsel, and according to him, he said that these exhibits cannot be relied upon by this court because it was obtained through illegalities, as the defendant Mazi NnamdiKanu was denied legal representatives before obtaining both written statement and verbal interview. So the submission was rejected by the presiding judge. Following the rejection of the previously tendered document by the court, he then presented another one from NBC. NBC means National Broadcasting Corporation. So prosecuting counsel then asked, can you identify this document? Witness said, yes, NBC came over to examine the transmitter at the DSS headquarters after Mazi NnamdiKanu brought in the transmitter. Presiding judge then asked, does the defense team have anything to say as regards the documents from NBC? Defense counsel said, that is the counsel to Mazi NnamdiKanu said, we have no objection to the NBC report that the prosecuting counsel intends tendering to the court. So the court admitted the NBC report as an exhibit, and cross-examination continued. Prosecuting counsel asked again, what do you have to say about the transmitter? Witness said, based on my physical observation, it is understood that the equipment was intended to be used for broadcasting. Also, before importing a transmitter into Nigeria, you must first obtain approval, but it wasn't obtained. Prosecuting counsel, who is the owner of the transmitter? Witness, I can confirm that the defendant is the owner of the transmitter. Go to Vanguard publication dated July 3, 2023. You will see the detailed news. Okay, so they are talking about 2023, publication of 2023, while Mazi NnamdiKanu was abducted in 2021. Okay, so who gave this statement in Vanguard? Who gave it? Who published it? What is the source of the information? Okay, because that's how they get their evidence, sporadically, haphazardly. Anything they see, they grab. But the source of information is very important. Now they are quoting Vanguard after Mazi NnamdiKanu had already been abducted. Okay, so the prosecuting counsel said, if you see the Vanguard publication, would you recognize it? Witness, yes, I will. So at this point, defense counsel objected and said he objected to the tendering of the newspaper publication. Just because of, for instance, like what I said, that the source of information has to be verified. You don't just tender anything. Okay, but surprisingly, the presiding judge overruled the objection of the defense team of the defense counsel and marked the publication as exhibit. Well, that is not to say that anything went bad, because even when an evidence is accepted as an exhibit, it can still be crushed. After all, that was how they brought evidence the other time that Mazi NnamdiKanu wrote a statement, and eventually, when they went into verifying how the statement was brought, it was discovered that it was taken from NnamdiKanu under duress. So the source of this information on Vanguard is going to be questioned seriously, I believe, when the defense counsel will begin to cross-examine the witness, because I'm sure that it didn't come from Mazi NnamdiKanu. So who gave the information and what is the content of the information? It's very important. Okay, so the prosecuting counsel moved to reading the presumed written statement of Uzoma Benjamin. Remember, Uzoma Benjamin is the one also known as Onyame. Okay, they say that Onyame wrote a statement, okay, as written in the Vanguard newspaper. So Uzoma Benjamin was one of those people who wrote what they are citing on Vanguard newspaper. Can you imagine? So who is this Uzoma Benjamin? All right. In the publication, Onyame claimed that IPOB leader, that is Mazi Nnamdi ordered him to eliminate 2,000 people through his, that is Nnamdi gave him the order. But he succeeded to take down 30 persons, which he regretted. Okay, so, but note that the prosecuting counsel is relying on Vanguard publication and not personal investigation. This prosecuting counsel has not seen Uzoma Benjamin one-on-one. Nobody has spoken to him or with him one-on-one in order to verify what he said. They are just relying on what was published on Vanguard, which nobody can say precisely how the information was extracted by Onyame, or what rather was extracted from Onyame. And that's what they are tendering in court. Prosecuting counsel went ahead. What do you think about the attack on the Owerri prison? Recall that some time ago, Owerri prison was attacked and some prisoners were released by force. So since then, they have been accusing IPOB and ESN of being responsible for the jailbreak. So that's the issue they brought up again. So these guys are obviously just scampering for evidence here and there. If they beat here, they beat there, they beat about the bush, and they go around. Now it is transmitter, and now it is Owerri prison. Ah, my goodness, Nigeria, oh God. So he asked, what do you think about the attack on the Owerri prison? Witness, Mazi NnamdiKanu authorized the prison break. He authorized the prison break? Can these people really prove this thing? Because there was never a time Mazi NnamdiKanu ordered the prison break. Anyway, they are in court. They will be asked to bring evidence, because all these allegations are not just as easy as they are being said. All the ones they have been leveling, they have not been able to prove any of them up till now. Okay, so prosecuting counsel went ahead. Can you please explain your role as a law enforcement officer? Okay, so witness said, my responsibility is to gather information and report it to my boss. Some of my responsibilities include raiding camps, and I did raid ESN camp. During one of my raids, I saw human heads, bodies, and ESN eating human bodies. And so, not only eating human bodies, they also ate spirits. Can you imagine? These people can actually lie through their teeth. So you raided ESN camp and you saw ESN eating human bodies. And what did you do? You just went there and saw them eating human beings. Come on. What the heck of a lie is this? I have never seen people who lie like this. My goodness. ESN eating people. So they are non cannibals? Oh, Nigeria. Who did this thing to Nigeria? Everybody almost everybody in that contraption is a liar. More especially those in high positions of authority. How can you? Oh God. Anyway, let's continue. And for your information, most of the times when they tell you that they raided ESN camp, it's not ESN camp. They just went somewhere, carried one or two pump actions and kept there, carry Biafran flag and display and snap it picture and tell you that they have raided the ESN camp. Most of the times they go to villages after raiding, going to snap that picture in the bush. They will go into a village and unalive one or two persons and tell you that they have taken down some ESN operatives. Every time they kept taking down ESN commanders, and nobody knew their names. Liars in high places. Prosecuting counsel went ahead and said, "Were you able to locate Onyame?" Listen, oh, the witness said, "No, we have not found Uzoma, aka Onyame." So you have not found him and you are taking his statement, which is allegedly published on Vanguard newspaper. Okay, you will have yourself to explain because obviously, maybe the next sitting, the defense counsel will cross-examine the witness and you will see how he will mess up himself because they are going to address this issue of obtaining this information from Onyame. So, prosecuting counsel went ahead. Did you find out when the transmitter was imported into the country? Witness said, "I have no document from the clearing agent covering the transmitter other than the defendant's statement." So, you people are talking about transmitter and you could not get the document that that authorize the shipping of the transmitter into the country, and this is over 10 years. Yeah, thereabouts 10 years now, because this transmitter issue happened in 2015, and up till now you can't even say this is a document that followed the transmitter. It's only what you force NnamdiKanu to say that you have as an evidence. You see, people, obviously, these guys are just very incompetent and naive. They are senseless in whatever they do, and it is just obviously playing out. So what they are just doing is come to the court, scamper for one or two flimsy rather evidence, and put out there just to sound that they have brought an evidence. Okay, if you look at the foregoing, the proceeding of this cross-examination, you will see that the witness has nothing solid to present. They came from charges of terrorism to charges of treason, and now they are talking about inciting violence through transmitter, and this transmitter has not even been installed. It is with the DSS, and they said he is using transmitter to incite violence. Today, they are talking about information from Onyame that he was asked to take down some people. This is a presentation of people who don't have anything to present. They are bereft of evidence, bereft of idea. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that was how it went in the court today, and the defense counsel did not have the chance to cross-examine this guy. Believably, they will be allowed to cross-examine him in the next court sitting. So the court was adjourned to tomorrow, Thursday, 19th of June 2025, and the day after tomorrow, 20th of June 2025. So today, Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, the next day, Friday, for the continuation of the illegal trial of Mazi NnamdiKanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, or Hamadike of Biafra. So that was how it happened in the court today. And thank you very much for stopping by. And do have a nice day. For now, thank you very much and bye.